Welcome to the Combative Nerds Podcast. Join us.
Hey guys, we don't have time for intros or traffic signals. This is a rapid fire episode. Let's get to it. Oh, and IEG. My bad. Sorry about your cat.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to part 4 of Rapid Fire with Raiderlance and
Icy-eyed gnome.
So this topic, we're going to go into what if. Now, for those who don't know, what if is a Marvel idea concept of changing timelines and stories. And I want to propose a question to you. IEG, what if Marvel had spent all the time, energy, resources, financing, animation crews, actors, and actually utilized it to bring a brand new storyline instead of this heaping pile of crap called What If? I wholly reject the what if concept for a couple of reasons, and let me lay them out. My brain does not have the bandwidth to understand different universes, different timelines, different characters. This is crap, and I can't keep it straight. For example, Captain America, Steve Rogers, in the movie, had big man boobs, had America's ass. I was still okay with it. I, was secure in my masculinity, was able to watch it and enjoy the movie. So they do this what if and make Peggy Carter Captain America and give her super soldier rack and glorious long hair and an enchanting British accent. And now when I see the Captain America shield, instead of thinking of patriotism, honor, duty, dedication, I'm trying to not pitch a tent. So I don't like the confusion here. I can't keep them straight in my head. Star-Lord T'Challa. Now we got a black space pirate. Okay, cool. We all know Star-Lord can't dance, as evidenced at the end of the Guardians of the Galaxy. Now you bring in Black Panther as Star-Lord. Now we can dance. Like, come on, guys. There's just too much to juggle around here. I hate the idea of what if. I don't like it when I saw it in the Multiverse of Madness, and I don't like the animation. It was a waste of time, and my brain can't handle it. Your thoughts?
So what if traditionally has been like a really cool one-off, and it started as like a one-off comic.
As it should have remained.
This happened to whoever, right? And it slowly over the years transitioned into zombies and what if Wolverine had the Hulk's powers? You know what I mean? Like,
right.
What if Wolverine was gamma radiated and could transform into it? And so they came out with this whole series called the Hulkverines or whatever. And
I understand the concept. Every nerddom hits one topic versus another, one superhero versus another. But let the nerds do that. Don't make it canon. Don't make it official so that now a stupid video game can charge me $50 for a new player pack to buy this stupid what if character. That's where I draw the line. It's bullshit.
Yeah, well, I mean, everything's about money, right? It's all about content generation. And if you're going to spend the time to create like a character or backstory or combine them at least, you should be able to charge for it at least a little bit. $50 is a little steep, especially for us players. Scopely, if you're listening, I hate you.
Yeah,
but
double.
So, but it is like kind of a cool concept because we've always wondered, like, as far as I can remember, it's always been about like who would win, between, these two characters from across these universes. And they explored that a lot in the 80s and 90s with some crossovers, Marvel versus DC. What If came out way before then. And it was just kind of a concept of like, what would happen if this good guy was a bad guy?
See, I hate that.
Or what if, like this good guy or this bad guy was a good guy? And, what happened if like this person got this person's powers? And it was just it was a crossover. It was a reason to write. It was somebody being creative. And I'm sure it probably started out with like somebody's thought before they went to sleep. And then they woke up and they just wrote it down and tossed it out to an editor who was like, write it. It was a bullshit story, but it turned out to be something people were interested in because we've all had those similar thoughts.
I'm okay with a certain extent of what if this person made a different choice? What if this person had not undergone this experience? You know, like what if Spider-Man had still been bitten but never had his experience with Uncle Ben? Like, I'm okay with those what ifs, but what I'm not okay with is like the Spider-Verse. I'm not okay with, you know, Porky the Pig Spider-Verse. I'm not okay with Spider-Gwen. I'm not okay with Fat Spider-Man. Okay, selfishly, I'm okay with the Japanese anime robot Spider-Man, but that's here nor there. I get it. I'm being a hypocrite. But other than that, I hate, like, create a Miles Morales. Cool. Create a Spider-Man 2099. Okay, cool. But don't give me this. What if Spider-Man broke up with Mary Jane and and you know, sulked his tears with burgers? Like, I don't want that. No, thank you.
Well, that is to me like the cool thing about comic books, because it explores the same thoughts that we generally have, right? And so if you can think back about some of the decisions that you've made in your life, you said that you're not opposed to like what if they made a different decision or whatever.
Sure.
But like we all do that, you know, like what if I went to college to become a doctor? You know,
Sure.
would I necessarily be having this conversation with you right now, or would I be like making six figures and, you know, driving a Porsche? And
Yeah, okay. So I am kind of putting holes in my argument. You're right. Different choices. So maybe Fat Spider-Man may have been a different choice for Mary Jane. Okay, I can hear that. But making Black Panther into Star-Lord, making Agent Peggy Carter into Captain America, like that's where it's like, no, they got their own role. Do the what ifs within their storyline, but don't give them a new universe. You know, what if Mordor didn't be a bad guy? Like, okay, all of that, but don't what if Mordor got a mutant power? Like, it's just enough. It's hard enough to keep everything sorted. Why are you adding to it? There's no good cause reason.
yeah, I mean, that is the whole idea behind what if, though. It's you know, it is what if this happened or what if that happened. It's more exploratory than it is anything, and not all of those theories are like set. What the what if series is doing, though, is it is making a lot of these backstories like canon. Some of these issues that were one-offs and that kind of stuff, they're now canon.
That's what pisses me off.
But that's also happened in the comics. There's a whole Marvel Zombies comic line now.
I did not know that. That's pretty stupid.
So,
Explain
yeah.
Marvel Zombie comics. What does that mean?
So Marvel Zombies started off as like a what if thing, and it's like what if they were zombies and yada yada yada, and it was Spider-Man became a zombie, and then there was like this multiversal war, and they found a way to bridge the gaps between two different universes. So these evil zombies that included Spider-Man were able to like transport to a different universe and start eating and converting these people, regular people, from this other universe into zombies by like, you know, feasting off their flesh. Then somehow Spider-Man got a conscience and was like, nah, we can't do this, whatever. And he started to fight back, and it was like zombie Spider-Man and a couple of select other individuals who were like trying to stop zombie. It was zombie versus zombie trying to stop the zombie apocalypse. It was kind of like a ridiculous storyline, but I mean, it worked. It was it was well written. The comic artwork and stuff was fantastic. It was just it went a little too far.
Yeah, that sounds irredeemable and undefensible.
Yeah, it's like Tremors 5 or 6 or whatever we're at right now. The first one was like, okay.
The second one, I could even get behind the third one just because Earl was so funny with all his weaponry down in Mexico. But after that, I agree. Cowboy Tremors is where they lost me.
Yeah. If Kevin Bacon's not in it,
True.
I don't want to see it. You know what
True.
I mean?
All right. I think we should move on, and I think they should stop making what if series. All right. Catch us next time.
Yep.
That's it. That's our show. Join IEG and myself for part 5 of our next rapid fire episode, where we will be discussing DC's movie, The Flash, and the controversy surrounding the movie's production. Please do us the favor and like, subscribe, share this podcast so we can get some traction. Once I get around to it, check us out on our socials. Combative Nerds on Patreon, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. You know the deal. Thanks for hanging out, and we will see you next episode.